Big update! Tottenham keeping tabs on Eberechi Eze, with Star's new release clause tempting Postecoglou. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Before we dive into this update, be sure to press that subscribe button and keep up with all the latest news. Tottenham remain in the hunt for Crystal Palace playmaker Eberechi Eze, who will be available for a big fee next summer due to a release clause in his contract. The Eagles are at the beginning of a new era under Oliver Glasner, but keeping hold of their best players has proved a challenge, as evidenced by Michael Olise's switch to Bayern Munich. Glasner had his side playing some fantastic football last season, but they have endured a disappointing start this term and find themselves in the relegation zone. There are no fears of relegation at Selhurst Park due to the quality of their squad, but some questions are being asked about the future of their key men. Eberechi Eze is considered one of the most technically gifted players in the Premier League, and many expected him to leave Palace in previous windows. However, the London club managed to tie him down to a new long-term contract in November, which includes a release clause of £68 million that becomes active next year. Tottenham are big admirers of Eze, and we understand that they are considering a move for him. Palace's valuation of Eze put off some of his suitors last summer, as they weren't keen to spend that amount due to the Premier League's stringent financial rules, which limited a lot of teams' business. Tottenham have previously pondered a bid for Eze, and sources have revealed to Team Talk that they remain interested in the England international. A lot would need to happen for Spurs to sign Eze in January, including player sales, but Ange Postecoglou's side are looking at possibilities of how to bring him to North London, per sources. A move to Tottenham at the end of the season is the most likely outcome for Eze as things stand. Spurs are in a good position in terms of the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules, and Daniel Levy is prepared to back Postecoglou with some big signings. Eze is one of Palace's highest earners, taking home just shy of £5 million per year, and this wage was earned on merit after establishing himself as one of the Premier League's brightest talents. He was keen to have a similar contract to other players at his level and eventually got his wish. Eze's new contract, which is valid until 2027, is not expected to keep him at Selhurst Park for its duration, but rather acts as security for the Eagles, who will only allow him to move for a big fee, or at least the value of his release clause. Eze was delighted to break into the England squad and wants to remain there, but sources have been clear that a move to a side playing in Europe may be his best chance of achieving that. The 26-year-old's full focus for now is on helping Palace to rise up the league table, but a big move to Tottenham or another top club next summer will be difficult for him to turn down. Meanwhile, Tottenham are also considering signing a new centre-back and are one of the clubs keen on Benfica Star Tomas Araujo, per reports. Sources have confirmed to Team Talk that Chelsea inquired about the defender over the summer, while Crystal Palace also had a bid rejected for him. Now, it's claimed that Tottenham, Chelsea and Arsenal are all interested in Araujo, who could be available for around £20 million in January. The 22-year-old is the latest highly rated youngster to rise to prominence in Portugal. He broke into the Benfica first team in December 2021 and has made 29 appearances so far, scoring 1 goal. £20 million is a relatively cheap fee for a player of Araujo's quality and potential, so there may well be a battle for his services in the coming months. Ange Postecoglou has lauded a Spurs star for his ability to deal with pressure after he impressed in the Europa League against Ferencváros. Following a win in their first Europa League game against Karabag thanks to goals from Brennan Johnson, Pup Sarr and Dominic Solanke, Spurs were in action in Hungary. Youngster Mikey Moore played the full 90 minutes of his side as 2-1 victory over Ferencváros on Thursday night. He also played a significant role in setting up Tottenham's opening goal of the night, starting the move with a run down the right-hand side. The Tottenham boss was impressed with what he saw from the academy graduate and commended him for multiple skills that he showed on the pitch for his team. Postecoglou also tipped the talent to show significant growth in the future, while delighting at how he handles pressure. His ability to just deal with pressure and keep the ball in really tight areas and make really good clean decisions for such a young boy, the manager said at a post-match press conference. It's not easy out there when defenders fly in, and he took one within the first 30 seconds, but he drives on. He's got so much growth and he wants to learn. I couldn't be happier with him, and I'm very pleased that he's part of our football club. Moore was one of 4 teenage players the manager played in his team for the match, with the other 3 being Lucas Bergvall, Archie Gray and Will Lankshear. Postecoglou has advised James Madison to keep making an impact for Tottenham in order to earn a recall to the England national team. Despite being among the Premier League's best playmakers for some time now, Madison still has only 7 England caps to his name. The 27-year-old was included in England's provisional squad for Euro 2024, but missed out on the final cut as the 3 Lions reached the final, where they lost 2-1 to Spain. Madison has started the 2024-25 campaign in style, notching a goal and 2 assists in 6 Premier League appearances. The former Leicester man is also first among Spurs players for progressive passes and successful dribbles, and second for chances created and passes into the final third. "I want to be in the England squad, every player does," Madison said prior to Thursday's squad announcement. Nevertheless, Madison was still snubbed by England interim manager Lee Carsley for the upcoming UEFA Nations League matches with Greece and Finland. Postecoglou was quizzed about Madison's England omission during his Friday press conference. The Spurs boss empathised with Madison, but urged his playmaker to keep up his current form to ensure he muscles his way into future squads. "Yeah, look, I am sure he is disappointed, but at the same time, he is playing well," said Postecoglou. "You know, it's not. Sometimes it's all you can do. These things come along at times. It's not always perfect in your career, and there are situations and circumstances that mean you don't always get what you want, but it shouldn't deter from or detract from everything else that you're doing. So he is playing really well for us. I think he's been outstanding all year. He's making an impact in every game he plays. He's a really important part of our midfield setup. And if he continues to do that, I am sure he'll be selected again. But he can't just sort of put everything into one basket just being disappointed, just because you've missed out. I've said that shouldn't have any effect on him and the way he's playing because he has been brilliant for us. Paul Scholes would like to have seen Manchester United beat Tottenham to one of their summer signings. After a slow start to the season, things appear to be clicking into gear for Ange Postecoglou's side, who have now won their last 5 games in a row across all competitions. Some of the club's attackers have now found their goal-scoring boots, including summer signing Dominic Solanke, who now has 3 goals in 3 matches. The centre-forward has impressed with his all-round play, pressing tirelessly, holding up the ball well and dropping deep regularly to link up with his teammates. Solanke's latest goal came in Tottenham's 3-0 win against Manchester United, with the 26-year-old displaying his poacher's instinct by sliding to tap home Pape Sarr's knock-on from a corner. Scholes questioned why United did not make a move for the Englishman, insisting that his former club are yet to solve their issues up front. The pundit told Premier League Productions, "I just think other teams have more up top than Manchester United, especially the teams at the top end of the league. Even Tottenham, you look at Solanke going for as much as he did. I think I wouldn't mind having Solanke up front for us instead of what we have actually got. I don't think they have addressed that centre-forward area of the pitch. They are trying to do it with bits and bobs, taking gambles really with young players. I am not sure they will come good." Postecoglou has made it clear several times that Solanke was his number 1 striker target and that he was pushing for Spurs to secure the player from Bournemouth. One can see why that was the case, with the England international's work off the ball being outstanding. While some eyebrows were raised about the fee that Tottenham paid for Solanke, the Spurs boss believed that it was money well spent. That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with all things Tottenham, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications on our latest content. Don't forget to like this video and share it with fellow Spurs supporters. Let's grow our Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs!